Welcome to Cricket for Life's new podcast.
Today we're going to be discussing the player rankings on across all three formats of the game.
Let's start with T20I batting rankings. Up top we have Babar Azam from Pakistan. Second, KL Rahul from India. Third, Aaron Finch from Australia.
I think Babar Azam definitely deserves the first place. He's been performing really well in the PSL this season.
I think even KL Rahul with that series against New Zealand, he was scoring some good runs even in the ODI series.
Also, you can see here, number 6 on the current T20I battings is David Malan, and I think he's also been performing really well. And it was surprising that England didn't pick him for the South Africa T20s series. I think because he was performing really well, and even currently in the Pakistan Super League.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Virat Kohli in that top 10 because he's not one for power hitting Kohli. So, Finch at 3 I think is good, Maxwell at 5. And then if we go down further, we have Owen Morgan at 9. Rohit Sharma I think needs to come up from 11th.
But he has been injured recently. So.
Yeah, he's been injured, but he has big hitting capabilities.
I also
think Short up there.
Also, Quinton de Kock, he's played really well in the T20 series against England, and last week against Australia, he came back for the team. Yeah, and so he definitely deserves to go up.
Even Kane Williamson has been very good for New Zealand. David Warner, I think from 25 he needs to come up.
Josh Butler
definitely needs to come up from his.
Josh Butler currently at 31. Yeah.
And I think Joe Root at 32 is quite high. He doesn't
really
much
play
T20 cricket.
He's more for ODIs.
Yeah.
Okay, so now going on to the T20I bowlers. So who's currently at the top?
So we have Rashid Khan from Afghanistan.
Definitely deserves.
Mujib Rahman, also from Afghanistan. Mitchell Santner from New Zealand. Adam Zampa from Australia. And Imad Wasim from Pakistan.
So I think Rashid Khan definitely deserves it. He
played the best bowler.
Yeah, he played really well in the BBL, like the previous BBL season. Who did he play for?
Adelaide.
Yeah.
Very good for Adelaide.
Yeah.
Ashton Agar should be higher up. He's been very good in this tour of South Africa so far. In the first game, got a hat trick, got a 5-bar, practically won the game for Australia.
Yeah.
It's very important.
I think Chris Jordan has been performing well in the series against South Africa as well. He performed really well.
Shanzi's up there. Player from 6, I think.
I'm not sure about.
And Cottrell at 12.
Yeah.
Bumrah needs to come up.
I'm not sure about Adil Rashid, who's at 6 with Buluwayo.
Player.
Correct, whatever.
Yeah.
And that did he perform that well in the South Africa? It's not like
he's more of an all-rounder, but he doesn't do much on his team.
He didn't perform badly, Adil Rashid, but not 6th, I would say.
Pat Cummins from 19 needs to come up. Very good bowler in all formats. And as we go down, there more from Mitchell Stark from 36 needs to come up.
Did he perform well?
Wickets.
Yeah.
He's been third ball last game. He took the key wicket off Quinton de Kock. First game in the T20 series. And Billy Stanlake and Tim Southey, 15 and 16.
Tim Southey has been doing well.
Yeah, he's very good for New Zealand.
He's improved a lot from when they were playing India in the T20 series. He lost both of the Super Overs.
Yeah.
But
he's come back ODIs
and the test.
Yeah.
So moving on to the T20 all-rounder rankings. Who is number 1?
Mohammad Nabi from Afghanistan. Glenn Maxwell from Australia. Sean Williams from Zimbabwe. Richard Barrington from Scotland. Rohan Mustafa from UAE are your top 5. I'm not too sure about 3 to 5. I think. I don't know, people like Darcy Short, Mitch Santner.
Kieran Pollard, definitely.
Yeah, Pollard.
Also,
Grandholm.
the Grandholm has been performing really well.
I feel Ben Stokes from 30. He needs to come up because he has so much
Yeah,
power.
I have a question. Do you know how ICC gives those demerit points?
Yeah.
Would that affect their rankings?
Yeah,
If it does,
that was a test match, wasn't it?
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel Glenn Maxwell should be number 1. Very good with the ball, very powerful with the batting.
But I think Nabi has performed really well this season as well,
Nabi's been good.
including in the World Cup last year.
I'm surprised to see Virat Kohli as an all-rounder there. At
When
40.
I haven't seen him bowling
Yeah.
like ever.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him there. Mo and Ali and Shadab Khan at 36.
Mo and Ali should definitely move up. His performance against South Africa, 33 off 11.
Ashton Agar from 61 needs to come up.
But he was high in the bowling
Very
rankings.
high. Hardik Pandya at 80 as well.
Is he currently
Rohit
injured?
Sharma, Steve Smith, yeah.
But all of these players are a lot
Injured.
of batters.
Yeah.
Stoinis at 95. And Tom Curran at 98.
Yeah,
But
very low.
so now we're gonna try move on to the one-day internationals men's player rankings. So currently, the number one batsman in ODIs is Virat Kohli with 869 points.
Next we have Rohit Sharma from India, Babar Azam from Pakistan, Ross Taylor from New Zealand, Du Plessis from South Africa, Warner, De Kock, Williamson, Root, and Reed.
I think these are pretty accurate. I agree with. I don't know about when did
I feel Du Plessis is a bit high. I don't know if you bring someone in like Kawaja or Steve Smith or Ben Stokes even.
I think that as if you go look up there, it would say Rohit Sharma is second.
Yeah.
He has performed well, but recently because of injuries that might have affected him.
He's very good in the World
Yeah.
Cup. Most runs.
Oh yeah.
Very good for India.
That might have boosted his thing.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli currently
Definitely the best in the world.
the best ODI batsman currently. Yep.
Phil Finch as well can move up. I think. I don't think Du Plessis at 5. If you move everyone up and you bring maybe Butler,
Stokes.
Smith, even Dhoni in.
Yeah.
I feel like gives you more of a top 10.
I'm not
Finch, I
sure.
think is very good.
I'm not sure about Dhoni though.
Hundreds in the World Cup. Scored up good 100 against India on that tour.
I think Jason Roy and Johnny Bairstow, they performed really well in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So like they're like one of the deadliest opening.
Injured half
Yeah,
the World Cup.
they're one of the deadliest opening duo, Jason Roy and Bairstow.
I feel the same for Australia because Finch is more of a hard-hitting batsman, where Warner has that test match experience, so he knows how to pace himself more than Finch. I feel.
Yeah. So KL Rahul currently at 36.
Needs to be higher. Very good for India.
It's probably because he doesn't have any points because he's only recently been performing like incredibly well.
He scored a good World Cup 100 against Sri Lanka in the last group stage match.
So now let's move on to the ODI bowling rankings.
Yeah, we've seen Trent Bolt move up ahead of Jasprit Bumrah in the last few weeks. Bumrah
Yeah.
not performing for India in that series against New Zealand.
Trent Bolt.
So Trent Bolt gets first place, Bumrah second, Mujibur Rahman third, Rabada, Cummins, Wokes, Amir, Mitchell Stark at 8, Matt Henry, and Ferguson.
What are your thoughts on Trent Bolt being first?
I think, he deserves it. He was very good in the World Cup. You saw that match against India. Picked up, Virat Kohli's wicket.
Yeah, and also in the World Cup at Lords against Australia,
Very good.
he picked up a hat trick.
Yeah. And then I feel Chris Wokes at 6 is a bit of a wrong. And I feel Mitchell Stark at 8 is way too low. I feel he needs to be in that top 5. I think if you get rid of Mujib and you bring in Stark. Because Stark has that experience. Mujib's only played a few matches.
I'm not sure about Stark in ODIs though. He performs really well. He performs well in tests, but not so much like recently in ODIs.
Rashid Khan down there at 11. I think
But
he should be there.
yeah, because
He's very good at T20, but he hasn't mastered the 50 overs game.
yeah. Okay. What do you? So, Mark Wood at 20. Mm, Liam.
Oh, Hazelwood at 23. Yeah, I feel he hasn't played much ODI cricket.
Yeah.
As of recent
Has
times.
yeah. Jofra Archer and Liam Plunkett at 26 and 27. Sheldon Cottrell 27 as well.
Jofra. I feel. Well, I guess you could bring in. Yeah, I guess
I think
New
these.
Zealand have good bowlers. They have Ferguson, Henry, and Trent Bolt. They're three aces.
And are they all in the top 10?
Good
Yeah.
for them, yeah.
Okay. I think the bowling are pretty accurate. So now we're gonna move on to the ODI all-rounders rankings.
First we have Mohamed Nabi, Ben Stokes, Imad Wasi, Colin de Grandhomme, Chris Woods, Rashid Khan, Ravindra Jadeja, Mitch Santner, Sikander Raza from Zimbabwe, and Sean Williams also from Zimbabwe.
What do you think about Nabi in first place?
Yeah, I think it should be Stokes.
Yeah, I agree.
Very good with the ball, very good with the bat. You saw
Yeah.
him in the World Cup final.
Yeah, what an
Very
innings.
good.
I'm not sure. I haven't really been keeping track of the Afghanistan ODIs,
Yeah.
but has Nabi performed in them?
I feel Nabi was decent in the World Cup, but
Yeah.
I guess that's quite a long time ago.
Um,
I'm not sure about Raza and Williams. I think if we bring in like Hardik Pandya or even a
Moeen
Marcus
Ali.
Stoinis or a Glenn Maxwell, get more.
yeah. Is Colin de Grandhomme performed exceptionally well in the ODI series against India. He definitely deserves the number 4th place currently.
Imad was Seam at 3.
Imad, yeah.
I mean, it's good.
He's
but
yeah. I think it's he's racked up points from before
even Trent Bolt down at 19.
for all rounders. That's surprising.
Oh yeah. Glenn Maxwell is even further down. Glenn Maxwell's at 22.
Below Trent Bolt.
Yeah.
Bumrah at 25 in the all rounders list. Plunkett at 29.
Dan Jaya, he's an all-rounder down at 32.
Rohan Mustafa at
Mitchell Stark at 34. He's really
I think
good
there are
with the bat.
not many like full all rounders, so they include good. Joe Root's bowling performances have been pretty good these days,
Yeah.
so that might
In the actions.
yeah.
Why don't we move on to the test matches?
So the test format, batsman rankings. The current number 1 test batsman is
Virat Kohli from India, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, Kane Williamson, Babar Azam, Warner Pujara, Root Rouhani, and
Stokes.
Stokes.
Virat Kohli. What are your thoughts on him being first? Wait,
Yeah, I mean, India haven't played too much test cricket, but I feel, I don't know, Smith, for me, I think he's number 1. Even Marnus,
yeah.
because, I mean, Smithy, he had a really good Ashes series, but his home summer, he didn't get the runs. So I'm not quite sure why Virat Kohli's up there, because he didn't do much the entire test.
It's similar to the other rankings. I think Virat Kohli, he's like an exceptional player, but just recently he has not been performing up to his regular standards.
Even Marnus Labuschagne in that home summer,
Yes.
was a double 100 against New Zealand.
So he might be currently Virat Kohli has 928 points, with Steve Smith at 911. But then there's a far gap between Smith and Labuschagne, because Labuschagne's at 827.
Yeah.
Maybe because he hasn't played
As much.
as much. Yeah.
I'm surprised to see Rohit Sharma down below Mayank Agrawal.
I think that's a fair decision. Like Agarwal, he played good this week in the test against New Zealand. Scored.
Rohit Sharma would be there, but
He's injured. Ben Stokes as a batsman. Well, that exceptional 135 not out. That like one of the best test innings I've ever seen.
Even Steve Smith in the Ashes.
The double century. Yeah. So Tommy Latham at 15.
Ross Taylor, I think, needs to go up from 16.
Yeah. BJ Watling at 20. He's been performing not badly.
Yeah. Rishabh Pant, I think, needs to go down. He's not played much test cricket in the last few years.
but he has played this current series.
This series he's playing, but the thing I feel about Rishabh Pant is he's too much of an attacking player for Test match cricket.
I think similarly.
He can't pace himself. He wants to take on every single.
I also think Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul are quite similar players. Like KL Rahul, also a lot of quite an aggressive player.
Yeah, I think Lokesh Rahul needs to come up for 50. He's been very good for India. Payne, Josh Butler as well.
Yeah, I remember there was one clip from the India Australia Test series a while ago where KL Rahul couldn't stop attacking the ball, and Tim Payne was like, "What are you doing? It's a Test match."
Yeah.
Okay, so now moving on to the Test bowler rankings. Currently, number 1 in the world is
Pat Cummins, Neil Wagner, Jason Holder, Kagiso Rabada, Mitchell Stark, Bumrah, Anderson, Ravi Chandran, Ashwin, Mohammad Shami, and Josh Hazelwood.
So Pat Cummins, I think he's up there.
He's definitely the best in the world. You saw in that Ashes series in the home summer as well.
Including the home summer.
Yeah. I think
Australia.
Ashwin for me. He hasn't played much.
Did he play this week against New Zealand?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did.
I think
he did.
Yeah.
But no, he took 3 wickets in the first innings.
3 for 99 in the first.
But I don't.
Played much.
James
Hazelwood as well. He's been injured for a while.
I think
Stuart
Broad at 13. He played really well against South Africa in the Test series. I think he should move up.
Rabada?
No, but he got that one demerit point for what was he? Oh, he celebrated. Yeah. Bumrah.
Nathan Lyon definitely from 60 needs to come up.
Oh, Nathan Lyon got pushed down by Abbas.
No, I don't think Abbas had a few good games, but Nathan Lyon, a 10-wicket hauler at Sydney.
Yeah. Oh, I think Trent Bowles at 18. Ishant Sharma hasn't been performing all too well recently. Let's move on to the all-rounders of Test.
So Jason Holder leads that list, followed by Ben Stokes, Jadeja, Ashwin, Philander, Stark, Cummins, DeGrandhomme, Roston Chase, and Chris Watt.
My first reaction was Ashwin?
Yeah.
What is he doing there?
Yeah, Ashwin hasn't been very good with the bat. We've seen Vernon Philander now retire.
Yeah, I think.
So I'd be expecting him to drop down.
Moeen Ali and Sam, especially Sam Curran, are moving into the team that he could.
Yeah, I think Roston Chase is not there. I feel you have more potential with somebody like Marnus even.
But
Marnus
ranking high in the
can get wickets. He bats really well. We've seen that over and over.
Jadeja at 3rd.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
He's very good.
Ben Stokes,
Stark and Cummins up there as well.
Stark, yeah. I remember there was that one game in ODI where Stark came in at 5.
Yeah, against India. Yeah. Tried turning them.
That was like a real all-rounder thing.
It went out for
Okay, so
Mitch Marsh, I think, is up there as well. Definitely.
So what are your final thoughts on all the rankings of ICC?
Yeah, so I think Test batsmen, I'm not sure about Virat Kohli. I think it's Marnus or Smith. Test bowling, yeah, definitely it's Pat Cummins. All-rounder wise, I reckon it could be someone like, I don't know. I don't think it's Holder. I think it's more Stokes.
I think it's just all the rankings just depend on form of batsman, because the whole ranking system is kind of based on points. So if you played really well for 3 seasons and then for 1 summer or something, you just lost your form. You still would remain quite high on the rankings. So that's all the podcast, right? So thank you for listening to Cricket for Life's podcast, and
we'll be back next week for another edition.
Thank you. Goodbye.